Right, live at the main gate for SpaceX build site, take 2. I got a shot over there at the side of the bay. It is a very windy day, everybody. Not so windy, but it is windy enough. And so they do have a second Starship out front here. I'm not sure what we're calling this one, but I do remember the Starship 21 nose cone was put on top of the 22 base, is what I remember hearing. So this is maybe Starship 22. So back again, we can also see the higher, wider bay in the back there, and another segment or section that they're going to be lifting for the higher, wider bay over there as well. So I'm on my way down to the launch site. I'll be doing some live streaming from there, and I'm going to test out some software where I can control the camera with my laptop using an app called AnyDesk. So I'm going to give that a shot, see if I can log in with that. I might do this in 4K as well and upload a short segment of that after this video. I can do that in 4K and just upload it after this, from this spot here. Sun's starting to come out as well, so. I am going to keep testing out equipment and stuff here, because that's the way I'll be able to grow my capabilities, by testing and doing new things. So hey, Sinistra, handed guitarist. Nice. Y'all can let me know if it's worth staying here or not, but I usually spend my time over at the launch site. So there was a piece of music, a link to a piece of music that I put in the community section. It was about, the title of the album was Starship, and the music track is called It's Not Enough. So I posted that in the community section. You can go listen to that song. It's called It's Not Enough, and the album was Starship. So the thought behind that was that, Starship can't do everything. We're gonna have to have other participants in the solar system to accomplish a lot of things out there in space. So there's a lot of space companies out there, and I've been reaching out to most of them on LinkedIn, and I plan to continue doing that because it's not enough. SpaceX can't do it on their own. They need everybody's help, and as long as we look to SpaceX as the leader and everything and be all, the be all end all, then we're gonna miss the boat. We got to embrace all the different space companies, including Ocean Camera Space Corp. But we're gonna need to do this together. We can't just worship SpaceX and hope that they solve all the world's problems. They may be able to solve all the world's problems, but the result of that will be a monopoly. So that's going to create a problem in itself. Thank you. All right, everybody. They are lifting one of the fins for the Starship here. So, who would have thought that they would just lift a fin like that with a crane and hoist it up? Got to put those fins on the Starship somehow, just like they do with your model rockets, you know. Got to put them on one at a time. Thanks to Nick Sweeney for that. Yeah, gonna put it on the 22, Starship 22. Thanks, Sinstra. Oh, so Sinstra, I have the solar panel on the remote camera setup. So it is. I took the solar panel off of the truck and put it on the where the remote camera is set up on some land. So yeah, I only have the one solar panel, so that's where that solar panel is, Sinister. Yeah, what I can do, Sergey, is I can end the live stream and do this in 4K and then upload it later. So, but if you'd like to see it now, it's 720 is the best I can do. I got that song ringing through my brain. It's not enough to tell me you love me. It's not enough. Tell me that you care. Yeah, it's not enough. I was watching it last night several times. Good song. So we're looking at the process of attaching a fin there to the bottom of the Starship 22. Yeah, the purpose of Ocean Camera Space Corp is to video the liquid oceans on every moon, planet, asteroid in the solar system, and to harvest the water to sustain human life in space. So that's the business plan. The business plan is to video the water, then to harvest the water and make money. So that's the first priority is to video liquid ocean on another moon, planet, asteroid in the solar system. An ocean. It's never been done from the surface, and that'll change the story of humanity. So that in itself would be a tremendous leap for humankind here on the Earth. I believe there's humans all throughout the solar system and the galaxy. So, but anyway, for Earth humans, I believe to get that video footage of the ocean on another moon, planet here in our solar system would change our story that we tell our kids, our children. And once we've got that video imagery, so that's a business plan right there, just to video the ocean and the water off planet. But in addition to that, because just doing that, accomplishing that mission of videoing an ocean on another moon, planet, asteroid in the solar system, that would dramatically increase the stock price of OceanCam Space Corp. So if you're an investor, that is an exit point if you wanted to. That's an accomplishment there. But the further mission of OceanCam is to harvest some of that water, with it, which currently has a value of between $5,000 and $10,000 per pound in space. So if we harvested a swimming pool of water at 600,000 gallons per Olympic-sized swimming pool, with 8 pounds, say rounded down to 8 pounds per gallon, 600,000 times 8 is 4.8 million, and if you multiply that by say $1,000 per pound, it's really about between 5 and 10,000 per pound. But an Olympic-sized swimming pool at say 4 million pounds of water, so 4 million times $1,000, so that's $4 billion there just for Olympic-sized swimming pool at the low price of $1,000 per pound. So that is a mission accomplishment if we just harvested one swimming pool worth of water from another moon, planet, asteroid in the solar system. That's the business plan here at OceanCam. Does Starship 22 look taller than Starship 20? Let me see. No, I don't think so. I think it's the same height. We do have wind gusts here, so I'm holding the tripod and I'm also holding the microphone, so my hands are preoccupied here. Hey, mister, listen, Lister. They can't be changing up the height of the Starship because the different bays and all they can't be changing the weight or changing anything on the Starship here. Gotta keep it consistent. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Gout. This kind of reminds me of the model rockets where you gotta, or even, when you go to archery and sometimes you gotta attach the fins at the bottom of the arrow. Those, or if you go to Walmart, you see those plastic arrows with the plastic arrows with the plastic fins on them in the sporting department. That's kind of what this fin reminds me of. The heat shield looks better too. Good. Yeah, that heat shield, the heat shield is that probably at least an inch thick. So it's a pretty thick piece of each one of those tiles on that heat shield is really, it's pretty big. Hey, Michael. Thanks. Yeah, it's good stuff. Mr. Lister says, I think Elon said that might be a little... so Mr. Lister says it might be a little taller since it has 6 vacuum raptors. Not a guarantee. I got you. Thanks. Now I'm shooting in 720 pixelation right now, and I can shoot in 4K from this location, but I can't stream in 4K, so I will probably do maybe a 3-minute clip after this is over, and I will upload that after this is after. Somebody did take a photo. It may have been RGV. I'm not sure who did it, but there was a photo of maybe some site preparation over there by SN15 and 16 for maybe them to put the Starship 20 over there. I don't know if anyone else has seen that, but I want to go check that out in the next week to see if there is room being made over there next to 15 and 16 for maybe another Starship on display, or maybe they'll put a booster there. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, Jan, why does the high bay have no door? That's a good question. Maybe they don't need it. I don't know. I'm going to try out a piece of software today called that'll allow me to remotely control this this camera I'm using now. I think I'll be able to log in with my laptop, and if that's the case, and I will test it in a few different ways, but if I can control this iPhone with my laptop, then as the connection gets lost over there during a truck cam, say during a road closure, I could be about 2 miles away up the road with my laptop, and I can restart live streams potentially with my laptop as I relog back in and restart the YouTube software. So that may be a solution for that losing of signal without buying the antenna up front. Eventually I will need to get an antenna to do that, but this may be a workaround for that. Yeah, Sergey, they have constructed a piece which is connected right now to the crane back there, and it looks like they will lift it eventually. Yes, I did upload a piece of a video before this live stream, and I got some shots from the side there that you can see there is a section there at the top of the higher, wider bay already. So they will put this up there on top as well. That other piece back there on the ground to the right of the Starship. Oh, I gotta hold my. He can, maybe he can, or I can take it, but I have to hold the tripod. You want vertical or horizontal? Okay. Okay. You want me to zoom in too, or zoom? Okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Take a look, see if you like them. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
You got it.
I know there's some of the Mars rovers and some of the other pieces of equipment that they set up to these moons and planets. When they lose connection, they have the rover continuously, I believe, attempt to reconnect to the orbiter or to the whatever intermediary they have for their communications with the Earth. So in the same way, I'm looking to find either there's something called shortcuts there's a shortcut app that I downloaded for the iPhone, and it allows you to automate things. So one of the things I was looking at this morning after I found that app was to see if I could automate the connection to YouTube. I have begun to be able to do that. It allows you to add scripts to the app, and I wonder if I could, if there were some user UX simplified way of paging through the different YouTube selections as you're going live, doing a live stream in that shortcut app. Otherwise, they do have JavaScript that you can access or run a script through that app as well. So I know it's possible, and they also have like a time ability for different shortcut programs to activate at certain times. So you can have there's if then and there are also times when things can get activated. So I mean, I could have a YouTube live stream attempt to connect every hour, and I could have it end on the hour as well. So if it ended early, it would just restart at the hour, or I could have it restart every 5 minutes, or maybe I could have it check and see if the live stream was active, and if it wasn't active, and if then maybe it would reconnect and start a new YouTube live stream. So that's another option I have in addition to just doing a remote access with my laptop to the iPhone, so to restart a live stream. So. Not enough. As far as staying here and live streaming this, I typically don't stay here at the build site and live stream stuff, so it's kind of a new situation for me to be staying here and live streaming. I also put in the community chat, I put a track by Wayne Dyer. There's a YouTube video that I added yesterday by Wayne, some audio by Wayne Dyer, and a really good piece of video that repeats over and over, and over like many hours. But I listen to that in the morning and the evening most days, for at least maybe 5 minutes or more. You know, it's good stuff. You might like. As far as competing with NASA spaceflight, what I can tell you is the NASA.gov or website has 40 million views per month, and NSF website has 3 million views per month, maybe 3.5. So There's no way I'm going to compete with that. They're getting about 10% of the views that NASA gets. So if you'd like to check out the Ocean Camera Space Corp website, I don't know how many hits we're getting. I got to look that up, but it's definitely not. It's not even 1 million. So there's currently we are not in the same arena when it comes to competition. So. I'm into cooperation. I'm into collaboration, co-creation. That's kind of what I'm into. I'm not into competition. So. There's I think around three areas of the brain at least, if not more. There's like the brain stem, which is kind of I believe it's the reptilian area of the brain. There's the thinking area of the brain, and I believe there's also the mammalian. There's prefrontal cortex. You got the cortex. You got the lobes, parietal, occipital, temporal lobe. You got the different areas of the brain there. So, and I believe different areas of the brain control generally are associated with certain types of thinking, feeling, and action. So, I'm into the mammalian and higher level ways of collaborating on the universal scale here. Competition would be more in the brain stem. Hey Joey, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does look like they're going to put the flaps on, yeah. You think the tiles look better, Marcus? Cool. Michael, yes. Awesome. Where I'm staying, there's a dog there, and apparently the dog may have eaten something in the last day or two, and it's not so peppy as it usually is. So I gave some powdered what was it called? Powdered tea, green tea to the dog. Maybe that caffeine will. I gave it some honey too, raw honey. So it liked the raw honey, and when I added the caffeinated powder to that, it didn't like that. But we'll see if that works. All right. Yeah, I don't have much commentary as far as what's going on here. I normally hang out over there at the launch site, and I usually have a lot of stuff to say about what I'm seeing, but I'm a little bit out of my element here as far as giving the timing that things might happen and how long it might take them to do what they're doing. So. I mentioned something like this could take 2 hours. I don't see this as being a very fast happening here, but maybe somebody else has seen something like this happen here before. You have, if you know how long this is generally, how long you think this might take to attach the fin to the bottom there. Let us know. If this next couple months are like they were last year in the March-April timeframe, it was pretty windy over here, and so maybe it'll be just as windy as last year. In the April timeframe, it got really windy of 2021. So right now we're February 19th of 2022, and we got some wind going on here. Thanks, Michael. Mike says this is no telling how long this is going to be. It won't be fast, right? All right. I'll do another 15 minutes and then wrap it up here probably. But there's good people in every organization. There's usually I want to say that I am on LinkedIn, and Ocean Camera Space Corp is on LinkedIn as well. We have over 225, I believe, contacts now. I've got in my network here on LinkedIn, so I am looking to connect with more space companies and CEOs, COOs, CFOs, CLOs, engineers, scientists, space enthusiasts. So if you're on LinkedIn, check Paul S. Mamakos. Find me out there with Ocean Camera Space Corp, and maybe check out the LinkedIn page for Ocean Camera Space Corp as well. The group, it's got a kind of an amazing list of followers already. So talking the X Prize individuals, as well as engineers and CEOs of several companies already. Yesterday, I reached out to a lot of people over at Mynaric, the satellite communication company, and on LinkedIn, and I'm now friends with many of those people over there at Mynaric. They do 100 gigabytes per second satellite communication using laser communication in space. So 100 gigs per second. So that's the holy grail for space communications, as far as I currently know about. Maybe there's some stuff in the military sector where it's much bigger and faster, but for the commercial market, Mynaric, everybody, check them out. The CEO of that company used to work at SpaceX as well, so they have that SpaceX connection. I met some representatives, and I learned about their technology at the 2021 Space Expo over there in Space Tech Expo in Long Beach, California of last year. They're like, I don't think they're worth $1 billion yet, but maybe they're several $100 million in valuation, that company. Relatively new in the space sector, maybe 10 years old or something like that. Martin, yeah, I believe it's Starship 22, yes. I am going to trial the laptop to see if I can remotely connect to my iPhone when it's over there in the truck today, and if I can start a live stream using my laptop, controlling my iPhone with the laptop, then that'll be really good news. So I can, that'd be great. I'm going to use, I believe the app is called AnyDesk. AnyDesk is the name of the app. So we'll see. If we had some type of booth over here for the media, that would be awesome. Something that would block the wind and stuff like that, and we could, a space to work out of would be nice. But anyway, this is the public side of the road, and yeah, I'm happy to be able to be here. So. Behind the Starship over there, we can see there's the higher, wider bay, but the wind between the two buildings there, that the new higher, wider bay back there and the original high bay here, the wind passes really fast as it funnels between the two buildings on the Starship there. So if they had that flap a little bit further back in the area between those two buildings, that flap might be moving a lot more in the wind. I'm kind of surprised how little it's moving. Maybe it's just a really heavy flap, but yeah, if they were positioned somewhere else, then it may not be as steady in the wind there. Thanks, Tom. Tom says I'm lucky to be here. That's true. I made some sacrifices to be here, though. I sold my house and cheaper than it was worth, and I did some other things to lighten my load so that I could get out here and do what I'm doing now. Thanks. Yeah, heat shield does look good, Martin. Thanks. Yeah. It's pretty chilly over here. DF asks what's the temperature here. It is chilly. I'm wearing a sweater though, so that helps in some pants. Martin, yeah, I guess that's, I heard a general on in some YouTube video one time recently, and he said that war is the norm here on the earth, and it's actually peace which is the abnormal. It's abnormal for the United States to be at peace, and so it's the aberration. He used the word aberration. Peace is the aberration. So it takes an advanced individual not to go to war. So not everybody has the skills not to go to war. So I guess when you're not sacrificing your own life, then it's easier to go to war, All right, there we go. Michael says, ideals are peaceful, history is violent. I like that, Mike. Admiral Sink, how you doing? Yeah, one of the things I'd been thinking about in the last couple of weeks is that these SpaceX events, these things we get to see, are like adrenaline. So when I'm looking how to present something, that's kind of what we're looking at a lot of times. An accomplishment. That's what I'm covering here. Accomplishments. I also add a lot of other stuff into the mix, but what we're seeing here is an attachment of a lower grid fin, or a lower flap, aft flap, like Aflax, but aft flap, so that it can maneuver itself. A while back, I did a poll to see if which company was bigger. I believe the two companies I listed were Raytheon and SpaceX, and I believe it was Raytheon that I listed. So I'll just maybe right now in the chat here say, which company do you think is bigger? I'm not talking better vision. I'm just talking bigger company. Raytheon or SpaceX? Raytheon, R-A-Y-T-H-E-O-N. Ray, R-A-Y-T-H-E-O-N. Raytheon. Hey Jill, nice, thanks. I think we're wanting it up here in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, Raytheon, that's right, Michael. Thanks for spelling it out. Yep, Raytheon is the, well anyway, I don't want to jump the boat here. So, which is bigger, Raytheon or SpaceX, everybody? Nick? If you never heard of them, hey Dave, okay. Dave says, Paul, how's the truck running now since you installed a new engine? Looks like I may have to do the same with my 2007 F-150. Okay, yeah, Dave, I got a used engine from a local scrapyard, and they gave like a 90-day warranty. So I paid $500 for a used engine, and normally it's around $3,000 for a new one. So you can weigh the risks and rewards. It took them a month to install it because the first engine that I got was a dud, but since it was covered in the 90-day warranty, they just switched it out. I brought back the dud engine, and they installed the second used engine. So, but it's running good. Yeah, I would say if you don't know about Raytheon, look them up, everybody. The reason you don't know about them is because they're in the aerospace sector, the defense and aerospace sector. They're a huge company. They're over 10 times bigger than SpaceX. So. They're a massive, massive company, everybody. So. Yeah, Martin, the amount of people and the amount of money and the amount of, they've done way more in space than SpaceX probably ever will in the next 5 years. So. Their technology is classified. They're in the classified defense sector. So. Nick says they have a big plant here in Tucson by the airport. Cool. So yeah, so we're looking at a civilian space company here, SpaceX. But you got to realize that even over there at the Space Tech Expo 2021, a month later, they had the civilian. So that was the civilian expo for space. Space Tech Expo was the civilian version of the Space Expo. A month later, they had the military version of the Space Tech Expo. It had a different name. It was in the same location, put on by the same people, but it was and at that expo, you were not allowed to take photos. I didn't attend because it would cost me another hundreds of dollars to get there and stay in a hotel for the time frame to to attend. But for the military expo, they didn't allow you to. When I saw that in the description there, that was like the clincher for me. It's like, well, why go if I can't take photos? I'm a photographer. So, but yeah, they do. The reason why is SpaceX can't hire people from outside of the United States to work here. So there was an individual, I believe, who did the vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, vertical takeoff landing drone or something like that. And I believe he was from the UK, and he is over there, Davies. I forgot his full name, and I speculate that SpaceX did not hire him either because he didn't fill out an application correctly, or maybe just because he's international. SpaceX can't hire international people, as far as I understand it, unless they have a visa or some type of special something. Because the SpaceX, the space technology is governed by like military-related regulations called ITAR restrictions. And I have Michael Harrison to thank for that info because I didn't know it until Michael told me. But yeah, so Michael told me that there is some ITAR restrictions. I've learned that as well from other individuals after that fact. But so in the same way, even in the civilian sector, there are military ramifications of the personnel working over here at SpaceX. So in the same way, but to a larger extent, there is a military version of the space industry, and it is much bigger and much more well-funded because, discoveries are secondary here on the planet currently. We're mostly a warlike species, and we're driven by survival. We're not yet driven by spirituality or spirit or inspiration, but the Ocean Camera Space Corp is my base. My inspiration is from the spiritual sector. So I'm a different animal when it comes to the larger space industry here, and that's why I've founded Ocean Camera Space Corp, to bring it out of the military sector, to bring space to the public and take it out of the secret sector. Thanks, Spoon Duster. Yeah, Dave, $500 for a new engine for the trucks is good. And then it cost me about it cost $1,600 total, including the engine. So about $1,100 for extra parts, seals and gaskets, and for a mechanic, if you can find one, to do it at that price. $1,100 for the extra parts and the installation, and then $500 for the engine. So if you need help locating an engine, send me if you can't find one in your local area, I'll give you send me a message, and I'll send you a phone number to where I got my engine, and maybe they could ship it to you if you need. They got a whole bunch of all types of engines over here in the Brownsville area. So they do a lot of automotive stuff, I guess, because we're right on the border with Mexico, and a lot of stuff goes back and forth between the two countries. So there's a lot of auto parts here in the Brownsville area. Yeah, Michael says Raytheon is a huge defense contractor. Huge, everybody. We're talking way bigger than SpaceX here. This is, yeah, Dave. Thanks so much for the support, Moon Duster. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. I'm going to be testing out something later today. Might allow me to restart doing the truck cams. Thanks, Moonduster. Need to zoom up. I'm gonna tilt up here. Tilting up. I'm gonna get a view of the rocket here. Yeah, Mike says the heat tails are very complete on the top flaps. Good shot of that. Yeah, it does. Martin says the whole shit looks tidy. Yep, I agree. Thanks. I'll zoom out a little bit. Tom says, thank you for mentioning my message. Watching you for the wild Atlantic, way on the west coast of Ireland. Awesome. Anytime, Tom. I do about 4 more minutes, and then I'll go to the next site here. Moonduster, when you guys visited the MSX Makerspace X location where I live, it turned out that the bull, we have a dark black bull, and the animals had escaped, or at least the bull did, and everybody was out looking for the bull around town. And they were not able to bring it back that day, so the next day the bull showed up with a second bull, a white one, and I believe they're still taking care of the white bull where we live until the owner of that bull shows up where we live. So that's where everybody was. Crazy. Hey Joey, Joey asks, how's the Nikon? When can we see some close-ups? I've been trialing the Nikon on the remote camera site, trying to have that stay active. I don't know, there's some kind of issue where the I can use it on the fly, so that's not an issue. I've been trying to set it up so that I can do the 24/7 remote camera from the property that I rented for the next 6 months. So I put down money to rent some land over there by the launch site, and if I can get that camera going, then I will have put that money to good use. If I don't use that property, then I'll have just thrown away some money. So I'm trying to use that good camera to get that long 24-hour coverage of the launch site. I have successfully done that in the past when it has gone for many days at a time. So I have succeeded at doing that in the past, where the live stream with the Nikon camera successfully live streams for multiple days. But it's been a while since I've been able to live stream without a bug happening, whether the camera is turning off or whether we lose the reception. So the last 5 days I've been working to hardwire some of the connections, and I tested it last night, and it looked like it lost. I haven't checked out what happened, but either the power to the camera may have gone off momentarily, or the computer may have lost connectivity with the AT&T towers. So that's what I'm trying to work. I'm actually working on both camera setups. One for a truck cam, so I can park the truck right there in front of the main gate, so that when they do the road closures, I can get those really close-up shots of the different tests that they do. And I did that twice this week, and that footage didn't come out. I also had the remote camera set up for 2 days this week, and that didn't work either. So I'm trying to fix some bugs and get to the next level. And but I can see if I use the Nikon camera in person and live stream with that, I get about tops 5 hours of power to the Nikon camera when I use it just on the fly around the site here, because I have 2 batteries. When I had the solar panel hooked up to the truck, then I had infinite power for that Nikon camera, and I could do 2 live streams at once with the 2 cameras shooting from the back of the truck. But until I get another solar panel, another inverter, and a charger, all my solar panel, inverter, charger are currently on the remote camera site that I rented. So. I can lug my backup battery power that I have for 5 hours of Nikon footage with the Nikon camera anytime. It's just I'm trying to get it working over there at the remote camera site, because the thinking behind that is that when they do a launch, I don't want to have a lot of bugs. I want to be able to get that footage when the launch happens. So that's why I'm putting so much time into that remote camera, because that's going to be the most epic footage. And if I can get that footage using the land that I've rented, then it will be a big success here. So. Jill, thanks. Kevin, nice. Yeah, now we have 2 bulls, Moonduster. You didn't let him out, that's right. He was out earlier in the morning, I believe, because the bull escaped earlier in the morning, so you didn't let him out. It wasn't your fault. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I said 4 minutes. It's been over that. So thanks so much. I'm going to go, I think, to the next location here. I'll probably check on the remote camera real quick. I'll get my laptop, and then I'll head over to the launch site. So at least probably around a half hour, I'll be going live again from over there at the launch site. That'll give me time to walk out to the remote camera, pick up the laptop, take a look at the Nikon camera, see what's going on with the power, and then head over to the launch site. So see you soon. Paul Marcus, Ocean Camera Space Corp, signing out for now. February 19th, 2022. See you soon.